Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Radhika. I am a property investor and I also work full time. In this video, I wanted to address one of the things that I outsource as part of my business, and if you've been following my journey, you would know that I outsource quite a lot of things. I'm still hands-on in my business, but where I can outsource and manage my time, I'm going to do that. And in this video, it's all about lettings agencies. So I'm going to keep this really short, and one thing that I definitely want to address is that because none of my properties are near me, one thing that I have to do is find a good lettings agency. So there's two immediate things that I want to address, because there's such a stigma about using lettings agencies and whether you spend X% letting them kind of run the management side of the company, etc., or whether you should save that money and do it yourself. Well, one, I don't have the time. I work full time, I have a busy life, as you all know, and I just don't have the time to do that. I don't want a tenant ringing me at like 2 in the morning saying, hey, I'm locked out or this has happened. That's why I pay a lettings agency to do that. And plus, what am I going to do? Drive 5 hours to go and sort that problem out? It's not going to happen. And secondly, my properties are very far from me. So if something like that does happen, I don't really have the capacity to keep driving up and down to even go to the properties. I do work full time. I have other things going on, and that's just not my priority within this. This is why I pay lettings agencies, because I don't know how to deal with tenants. I do not know how to deal with tenants. Let me say that again, I do not know how to deal with tenants. So with that being said, there's things, especially if you do live near your properties and you're questioning whether to use a lettings agencies or not, you definitely have to do your due diligence on lettings agencies, and I don't recommend that you just go with any lettings agencies. You need to pick the right one. Let me say that again, you need to pick the right one, because things can go wrong, so just be careful with that. But firstly, there are so many legal requirements that you have to fit in. So lettings agencies will go and do their training, they will be compliant, they will read through all of the regulations, because if you get this wrong, there are hefty fines to pay, and I don't even know what the worst case scenario is, but it's something you definitely do not want to get wrong. So making sure that you have all the legal requirements, you are regulated, and you have all the compliance to making sure that you're doing everything, especially dealing with deposits and information, and making sure that, you know, you're responsible for someone staying there. So just be careful with all of that. Secondly is that, especially with HMOs, there's such a high turnover of tenants that I don't have the time to keep finding tenants myself, and they're going through each scheme and doing the due diligence and checking with their previous landlord or their employment or anything like that. No, that's just definitely not for me. I will probably get it wrong unless I have significant training in there or know someone in that field that can really help me. So I just leave it to the experts, and that is me. My area of expertise is finding the experts in that area. So I'm going to do that because I do not want to get that wrong. Secondly, there is so much paperwork that goes behind it. I don't even know half the paperwork, but I do get sent some of it, and you know, that's just another time thing that I just don't have. I'm just going to leave it to the experts to do so. And lastly was something that I taught, because we were going to manage our buy-to-let by ourselves, but one, it's too far, but secondly, my time is so much more important. So when you are working full-time, you've got to be very strategic in how you want to play your business and what things that you are going to be responsible for. There are so many things going in business that, you know, I don't want to be doing I don't want to say this in a negative way, but like the lower paying tasks, especially when I'm trying to find new investments, working with investors and finding different things, especially with social media as well, that I want to make sure that I'm going to hire the right people, so I don't have to put in time and effort. Everyone's journey is very different. I've set my business in a specific way. Some people have set their business in a specific way, especially if they're going to go into a lettings agencies or they're doing rent to rent or service accommodation or anything like that. Right, I hope that was a short video for you, and thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video.